team out there and ready to go. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense getting set for first down. Handoff from the gun. Hard running there. They stripped it out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Handoff from the shotgun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the offense. Just feeds the running back. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Here on third and goal. And he'll be brought down. This coach told us he was going to be aggressive. Couldn't win this game by kicking field goals. But being aggressive is one thing, being reckless is another.
Yeah, and I'm going for the reckless ones. I'm all in. If you're going to be aggressive, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, that's your plan. Stick to it. High-scoring games are going to happen in college football. I need touchdowns, not field goals.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the...
He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Power football with the run. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football play.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got it. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Fast motion from the offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, that is not the 3rd down they were looking for. Going backwards now, big-time decision on 4th down.
No question about it. That can certainly rattle your resolve to go for the touchdown. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You see more and more of this in college football. They hand it off in the jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in, get the receiver to the ground. No 1st down for you.
They're going to test the right side with this one. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
What a big play, backed up in their own end. And a big thing here is you're just trying to give yourself some space to work, and what a job up front of creating some big lanes and gaps for the ball carrier to get a huge chunk of yards.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This drive will open from the 15. They go to the ground. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Now on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 10, Texas 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Get set, get set.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Now, these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I'll tell you, when I hear Texas football, I think about Bevo and I think about great running backs, man. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, Bijan Robinson. This dude seems like he's the next guy in that long list of game breakers at the position. He's got everything you look for in a great running back.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they did, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good plays.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! A great catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Owens. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Aggies sawed varsity's horns off the last time they faced Texas.
Yes, they did, and they gave it to them. And a lot of A&M fans throwing the horns down, disrespecting Texas fans. Texas has had a little bit to think about that, Palmer.
It's helped Texas A&M on the recruiting trail this offseason. Reveille's got more pep to her step. Everybody loving it in College Station.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Wegman. He looks that one in nicely. Tackled, but he has a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got his man. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. You got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Ewers. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better. He lets it fly. He's got it up to 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Fires to the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half.
Texas.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Get set. Get set. Let's go.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds a tight end down the gut. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead.
Gorilla. Cobra.
To throw, it's Ewers. Gets it out quickly. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll try the left side. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Gonna run it. It's Owens. At the 45, on his way. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half.
Number 33, set to kick it off. Texas.
Fair catch, called for and made. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Ewers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Handoff to the single back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
1st down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Aggie. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Manning. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Back to the air one more time. He got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now, but it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
On second down, looking to throw. He's got his man.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all in that last play.
And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Running with power. Tackle is made after the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Got it set up on the outside. On the move at the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the move. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And this offense is so difficult to stop, especially in this area of the field, because of this QB's running ability, whether it's between the tackles or on the perimeter on designed QB runs. They show it right there.
try to tie it up with the two late.
Jackrabbit. Hornet. Acorn.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Escapes trouble. And the defense swarms him under the two-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Grab near the marker, it's Thomas. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Smashes through.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. To the air, it's Wegman. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the defense.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Caught near the sideline, it's Bond. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. He's taking the deep shot. And the pass is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Green.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. it's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year.